Welcome in, everyone, to Prowler Racing League Season number 7. Tonight, we're starting the first round in Silverstone, classic track, laid out on an old military base, 18 corners, 3.66 miles long, 2 DRS zones. Little elevation change because it was a military base at one point, but that is we're racing tonight, and tonight is a sprint. So let's head on over to our intermission screen while we make sure everyone's loaded up right now. And let's give the command to everyone in the Discord to go. So, because this is a new season, let's take a look at what our calendar shows for us tonight, or for this season. It is going to be 12 races long. These are the 12 tracks we did not race at last season. The way Prowler Racing League does the first 2 seasons of a video game or an F1 game is to randomize the first 12, and then we run the other 12 also randomized. We try to keep them in line with actually the IRL weekend, so you will see we'll actually be racing at Abu Dhabi the same weekend as the IRL Abu Dhabi weekend. Qatar will be off by 1 weekend, but that's just due to the holiday for Thanksgiving. So tonight, Great Britain round 1 sprint weekend, which involves a sprint qualifying session, sprint race, qualifying session, qualifying race. Then we're off to Miami for round 2 with a multi-stop race. Round 3, Australia. Round 4, Qatar. Round 5, Abu Dhabi. Then we're to Spain, followed up by the United States at Vegas. Then Canada, bringing in the new year on January 4th, followed by Austria, Hungary, China, and rounding out at Spa in Belgium. So that is your calendar. Let's show what our lineup is for this new season. Missing a few drivers tonight. We only have about, I think it's 13 regular season drivers, got 2 reserves tonight. But here you go. Last season's champion, Sasuke, electing to stay in the McLaren, teammate with Lone Fiber. Pro Ultra in the Ferrari with newcomer Asian. Then we got F4 and J Sims in the Red Bulls with Mitch and Pixelin in the Mercedes. Dynamic and MLB Show Me Your D in the Aston Martin. Karuma and Domcry, new driver there, in the Alpine. Firefighter and Boogie in the Haas. Vanilla and Zaluxi, the duo that won, I think it was season 3 or 4, Constructors Champions, working together in the Racing Bulls. It's Not Luke and newcomer Gangy in Williams. I That Man and SC Fire, both newcomers in the Kick. Sounds like they are heading out to the track, so let's head out of this screen to the track and get ready for qualifying session. Looks like it's going to be relatively clear. Let's get the full track map out. It's already there. Get rid of these in-game graphics. Pull up our custom ones that we use. Let's see who does not have their proximity set correctly. Looks like it's going to be one of the So it looks like everyone except for, and I believe that is going to be okay. So we got a few cars out on track already. Messages have been sent to everyone that needs to get their telemetry set correctly. So let's go He's going to be the first one to come around the line. Let's zip through here. So it's going to be It's Not Luke coming through the final corner now. Is going to be setting our first timed session. Across the line, starts the timer. Sorry, the music is still going. So coming through turn number 7. Aston Martin's up ahead, gets out of the way. Luke continuing on. Zaluxi setting the fastest first sector so far, 27.308. It's Not Luke, only off by about a half a second. Oh, gets off the track there, takes out one of the brake boards. So that lap is going to be, I'll be surprised if it still counts it because he cut the corner there. Let's keep a close eye here. Zaluxi still setting fastest times. That Man sets the fastest first sector. So It's Not Luke coming across the line, setting our first time of the night with a 1:29.239. Followed up closely by Zaluxi. She comes across the line 1:26.415. But the next driver to keep an eye on is actually going to be in the Sauber, That Man. So during sprint qualifying, our newcomers are allowed to qualify, but they will have to have the qualifying ban for the Grand Prix. But That Man setting a blistering time so far. Fastest first sector, but not the fastest middle. Still quite well up on time as he comes around the final corner in that bright green car across the line. Only second fastest at 1:26.987. So let's go look at last season's champion, Sasuke. Slowing down. So it looks like he was doing a warm-up lap on the first lap. He's going to let traffic go ahead of him. Sauber coming through of SC Fire setting a fire of a second sector. Let's see what the reigning champion, SC Fire 1:26.040. Sasuke starts a flying lap after warming up his tires. He did probably lose quite a bit of tire temperature in that last sector as he was waiting for traffic to go. He slows down and abandons the lap early on. So this lap is done. Didn't invalidate it, but he is done. So let's go check out. We got Jay Sims. Setting his first lap of the evening. So as you can see, the fastest lap is a 1:26.040 by SC Fire. SC Fire only is fastest in the middle sector, so it's still open for everyone else to try to get him off the top step. Jay Sims comes across the line with 1:27.876. So let's check our next driver that's setting a time. Kuruma across the line, 1:28.189. Rasha on the mediums abandons his lap, comes into the pits. Next driver that's setting personal best times is Boogie in the Haas. 5 minutes left to go. Oh, Boogie getting very excited with theirs and ruins the lap, so he backs out of it there. Next driver that was setting personal best was MLB. Let's see what he does through the first sector. It is not the fastest. SC Fire out on another lap. Does not improve in the first sector. MLB invalidates his. So let's go check out. Let's actually go with SC. So we skipped through the lineup here. A little bit of traffic here that SC's in the middle of. Gets through. Still not improving on his time. SC Fire with the fastest lap so far. Oh, it looks like we had Karuma had disconnected with us. Hopefully somebody can get him a... Nobody's really improving right now. Pixelin. So we head down the running order. Pixelin in the Mercedes. Personal best. Hasn't set a time yet. So right now, Pixelin just needs to get some time on the board. Just under 3 minutes left in the qualifying session here at Silverstone. Personal best again through the second sector. Still hasn't set a time, but here he comes. It looks like he's got the Haas of Boogie right behind him. Hopefully doesn't hold up Boogie. Cross line. Pixelin sets a time. Well, 1:30.266. Puts some P13. Next car that is setting a time is going to be, it's not Luke, improving personal best so far through the first and second sector. Coming down to the final corners. 2 minutes left to go in the qualifying session. Around the final corner, cross the line. 1:28.980. P12.4. It's not Luke. Let's head up the running order here. So a few drivers coming back out onto the softs to set a time. Pro Ultra, personal best in the first sector. Not the fastest, but still improving on his time. Looking to improve from a P3 start for the sprint. Through the high-speed S's. Keeps on the track while another car is off the track. Personal best again through the second sector. Let's see what he can do around the final corners. Purple mini sector, so this should improve. Pole position off the wall, 125.954 for Pro Ultra. As he slows down onto the track, getting out of the way. Let's see. Yeah. So I That Man and MLB purple mini sectors, but I That Man puts down the fastest first sector. 26.995. Zoluxi also putting in purple mini sectors. See how we can get through the final part of qualifying here. Only a personal best for I That Man in the second sector. Around the final corner, got MLB right on his, right behind him. Coming around the final corner, let's see if this will move I That Man to the top of the board. P3 of the 126.199. Zoluxi. Purple mini sectors all throughout the track. Zoluxi 125.692 getting that pole position. Looks like everyone has completed qualifying. So yeah, so that is going to be it for qualifying. Zoluxi, your pole setter. A 125.692 on the soft tire. 2/10 away from Pro Ultra and P2. Great qualifying lap from Zoluxi. So it looks like right now, I think we're just waiting on Pro Ultra to retire. Yep. So again, Zoluxi, your pole setter for the sprint here. We'll get some screenshots of this real quick. So we'll head over to the intermission screen while we get everyone ready to rock and roll for. Time is now 17. Let's go. Okay, so that'll give everyone roughly 4 minutes. Stretch their arms, get themselves situated, ready to rock and roll. Let's head over, make sure all of our data is collecting properly. So this will give everybody a chance because really no strategy is needed for pit stops for the sprint because there's no pit stops required. But in the Grand Prix, they need to run 2 different dry tire compounds. But for the sprint, you can run the whole race on 1 set of tires as it is a shortened race distance. So it looks like Karuma is not joining us back. So again, as we're letting everyone get themselves situated, here is your calendar for this season. So in the calendar here, the spots that say multi-stop, we're going to require drivers to do anywhere from 3 to 4 stops, depending on what we determine, to help kind of spice up the strategy, keep things a little bit on edge. We noticed that last season in Monaco, we did a 4-stop strategy, and it was basically a sprint race every stint. And it was really good racing all the way up until the end. A few of the other tracks, mainly street circuits is where we did those multi-stops at. But this season, we're going to try it out at Qatar, which is a motorcycle track, and Belgium, which is a very long track. So forcing we're going to do multi-stops should make that more interesting. So looks like everyone is getting themselves ready to rock. So less than 1 minute left to go. Everyone's getting situated. Okay, command has been sent for everyone to head to the circuit, so we will do so as well. We'll go through the running order or the starting order when we get going. I'll make sure to turn the music down this time. Apologize, it was up a little bit during qualifying. Hear the beeps going of the game. We're loading in. Let's get rid of these in-game graphics. Go with our own. So, starting us on our formation lap. Your pole setters, so Luxy out in front in the Racing Bulls. Next up, Pro Ultra P2. Newcomer SC Fire P3 and his teammate I That Man P4. Followed up by Lone Fiber, multi-race winner last season, P5. Rasha, our reserve in the Red Bull, P6. Oh, game is saying no stops and 1 stop, which we already knew anyways. So after Rasha, we got MLB The Show Me Your D, P7. Last season's champion, Sasuke, all the way back in 8th. Anime Boy, P9. Mr. Consistency, Boogie, P10. Jay Sims in 11th. And we got Pixel in P12. Karuma, which I believe is AI because he's not in here. It's not Luke, P14. And then last, trying to get things fixed, but couldn't get it done. P15 is Vanilla Spilla, which is going to just display player for tonight because of technical difficulty. But again, Zaluxy out in front. So as she comes around the final corner, getting the tires into the best set as we go. Forecast for tonight is light clouds for the sprint race. Again, 18 corners, full throttle 70% of the time. Top speed 208, medium and medium for downforce and tire wear. The grid is lining up. This is a terrible camera angle for the start of the race. So let's head back to one of these. Waiting for the last car to get on the grid. There we go. Lights, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're racing for Season 7 of Prowler Racing League. And Zaluxy gets away. Pro Ultra with a very rough start there, allowing both the Saubers to get through. Zaluxy immediately going to try to pull some gap. Wing damage in the back. Pixelin with 100% on the front left. Anime Boy and Jay Sims also with wing damage. Again, the game is saying possible race strategies for a sprint, which we already knew is no stops. But if anyone has damage, we know they can make stops. Looks like Pro Ultra and Sasuke getting wheel to wheel there. Pro Ultra staying out in front. A few drivers with corner cut warnings early on as we're here on the first lap. Pro Ultra going off the grass there. I believe they were talking in the Discord early on that some of our drivers are having force feedback issues due to the game update. Looks like Lone Fiber going on a move on MLB. Lone Fiber around the outside. Sticks it in, keeps going, but they're still side by side as we come through turn number 1. Lone Fiber gets out in front. Boogie trying to take advantage of this slower moving MLB. But while they're going through, Vanilla coming out of nowhere all the way up to P8, passing his old teammate from last season as we head onto the straightaway. Yep, there's confirmation. Pro Ultra is running no force feedback due to the glitch or bug. So he is racing with no feel, which is very, very difficult. I mean, even having... Oh! Moment there. Sasuke slowly moving. Yellow flag came out. Sasuke dropping down. Thankfully, no damage on his car from what the reports are. So let's head back up. Oh, we got a car off. Is that Pixelin? Nope. Next car. It's Vanilla. No, Vanilla. Vanilla losing out. Dropping all the way down the running order. Head back up to the front. Zoluxi still in the lead. SC Fire very close behind. You can see the gap there. Just still in DRS range. Drag reduction. So Fire's going to be keeping close as possible. So right now our running order is Zoluxi out in front, SC Fire, Lone Fiber P3. Let's actually pull up here what the gain loss is from the start here. So SC Fire moving very far up. His teammate I That Man dropping down quite a bit. So did Pro Ultra. Ooh, Zoluxi getting sideways there. That allows SC Fire to catch up. So this might be a DRS train swaparoo as it is. SC Fire gets around Zoluxi due to DRS. She's going to attack back. Let's go check out down the running order. Right now, Sasuke coming back through the field, chasing down MLB. Gap closing down ever so much. Rasha right there, looking to take advantage of this situation if Sasuke can trip up MLB. Let's see what happens here as we come through turn number 2. So right now, Sasuke is going to be close enough for DRS zone here. You see the rear wing is open up. He goes on the inside, gets the position, gets right in front of MLB right away, not allowing him to re-attack. Sasuke up to P4. So Zoluxi staying close with one of the closest battles on track. Let's go check out J Sims being harassed by I That Man. J Sims sitting on a 77% ERS. I That Man's burned all of his. He's down to 15%. J Sims also has front wing damage. As you can see, the end plate is missing from the right front of that wing. So he is going to be at a disadvantage as I That Man coming from behind gets him on DRS through turn 15. 5 laps left to go in this sprint race here at Silverstone. So Pro Ultra also getting a rate there on J Sim. So Pro Ultra with rear wing damage along with left front damage, closing the gap on J Sims. Thinks about possibly making a move there, doesn't do it there. So SC Fire still out in front by half a second to Zaluxy. You got Pro Ultra hunting down J Sims. J Sims trying to keep I That Man in front of him, not let him get away. Boogie pulls up a 3-second time penalty at the back of this group right there. You can see the Haas just coming to camera view there. Pro Ultra getting ever so closer to J Sims. 4 laps left to go. So MLB about a half second back on Rasha. Pro Ultra dropping back a little bit from J Sims. Got pretty close, but now he's 7/10ths back. He is within DRS range as they come up to the detection zone here at turn 3. Half a second now, so as we head onto the straightaway here, Pro Ultra is going to be going after J Sims. J Sims with 70% ERS. Pro Ultra with 30 and dropping. DRS is wide open. Doesn't make the move. Gets really close to J Sims there, but can't get it done. Zaluxy getting ever closer as well up front. And it's back to half a second. Lone Fiber with a warning as well. Pro Ultra on the inside. J Sims through the very high speed. Turn 9. Makes it happen. Gets through. Pro Ultra up to P9. Now we got Boogie closing in on J Sims as well. Boogie with DRS. J Sims, a sitting duck with closes the door. Great defensive move there from J Sims, keeping Boogie back. Boogie with only 20% ERS. Can't double dip and use ERS and DRS to try to make that move on J Sims. As we're on lap number 7 of 9 for the sprint race here at Silverstone. Boogie staying ever so close to J Sims, not letting him get away. Zaluxy still a half second back on SC Fire. Boogie regenerates battery just a little bit, but still can't get it done. Looking to the inside, J Sims almost makes contact there. Continuing on. Every car is currently on the medium tires. Looks like Vanilla retired from the session. Happened a while ago, so I apologize for missing that. Boogie staying right on the gearbox of J Sims as it go through the S's. Boogie go to the inside using DRS. Gets the position from J Sims up to P10 for Boogie. 2 laps left to go. head up. That man closing in on Anime Boy. Right now, Zoluxi staying super close. Let's actually go take a look at our lead cars fighting up here. So SC Fire sitting on a full battery, 83%, using that to defend against Zoluxi. Charging hard after him, 57% on hers. Zoluxi with very worn front tires, 52 average on the front compared to Fire's 42. Too far back to make a DRS overtake here. That man moving up to P7 past Anime Boy. Coming down to the final corners here at Silverstone. SC Fire out in front. Trying to build a gap on Zoluxi. Getting her out of that DRS range. She's still within it as we come down through turn number 3, which is where the detection zone is for this first one here. Onto the straightaway, Zoluxi. DRS wide open, trying to close the gap, but it stays at 0.8. Do the SC Fire using that ERS, the battery recovery. And he grows the gap to just over a second there, but now it's back down again. Zoluxi doing her damnedest to keep close. Onto the straightaway. SC Fire 1.4 out in front of Zoluxi. As SC Fire comes around the final corners, the gap almost 2 seconds now. SC Fire is going to be your winner for the sprint. Cross the line, Zoluxi following in right behind. Lone Fiber going sideways through. Sasuke right behind him. Rasha in the Red Bull coming across the line. MLB The Show going sideways across the line as well. That man making a recovery up to P7. Anime Boy P8. Pro Ultra P9. Boogie P10. Jay Sims bringing us around for P11. It's not Luke. Fighting. Pretty sure fighting with the AI of Hiruma. Around the final corners. It's not Luke across the line. Then we got your last car across the line, Pixelin. So your winner, SC Fire. The winner of your sprint here at Silverstone. Let's get a screenshot of this real quick before it disappears. Let's get down to this. Results, that's the one I want. Screenshot this. Scroll down. You can ignore the points on the side because Purell runs different point system for our races. So let's head to the intermission screen while everyone gets ready for the qualifying for the Grand Prix. So, just sending out a bit of a command out to our two new drivers tonight, SC Fire and I That Man, that they will need to serve their qualifying ban for the Grand Prix. So what you'll see is they'll come out onto the track with their setup, do an outlap, come back in, and retire the cars. So they'll have all to do to get through from the back of the field. Cars are heading out now. Let's... There we go. So looks like we have a technical glitch right now with our overlays. Ooh, apologize. Let's get those back up and running. Okay, while we're waiting for that, let's pull up the actual in-game graphics. And we'll get our graphics up and running again. So bear with me for a moment. Alright, so let's go check with our pole setter from the sprint, Zeluxy. We'll go on board with her. So there was a slight issue with SimHub. Yep, it's up and running now. So that was I That Man. And okay, so then we gotta reset all these. So Zeluxy out on track right now. Again, I apologize for checking. So Luke set this off with the fastest time, 128.828. Sasuke, 126.049. Zeluxy 126.627. So Sasuke with the fastest time right now. Let's head on down to Jay Sims. Currently out on track right now. Personal best. Looking to set his time. Cross line 127.673 puts him fast enough for P4. I believe that is fixed now, so we can pull these up. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of the in-game standing board and pull up ours. There we go. Okay. So Luke invalidates on his second lap. So Pro Ultra coming through, going to be setting a time up to P2, 126.138. Lone Fiber comes across the line. P3, 126.375. Vanilla coming through the final section here. See where his opening qualifying lap puts him across the line. P3 with the 126.265. Pixelin coming across the line shortly as well. P9. So the only drivers that have set a time yet is going to be Boogie and MLB Karuma, but I believe Karuma is still missing. To verify with the Discord on that one, but I'm pretty sure he's done for the evening. So Pro Ultra currently out on track right now. Not improving on his time as he comes into the pits. Yep, so he was on an in lap at that point. So let's see if anybody is. Zaluxi improving. So Zaluxi coming through. Personal best, first and second sector. Abandons the lap into the pits, so she could have improved, but she decided to not do that one. So let's head on over to Mr. Boogie. Currently on track, coming through the third sector, breaking down through the final corners. Cross line for P10 with the 127.8. Let's go check another driver who's setting a time right now. So let's go with Vanilla. Currently sitting P3. Green middle sector, mini sector so far. Let's see how he gets out of, a purple mini sector. Purple mini sector results in a purple first sector. 27.035, fastest first sector. Purple in the first mini sector, green through the middle sector here. Personal best in the middle sector, still up on Sasuke's time. Getting word that it is going to be a rain race. Oh, that's going to be exciting. Vanilla coming through the final corner now. Cross the line. Fastest 126.009 for Vanilla. But that might not live long because Sasuke, purple mini sectors, going to result in a fastest. Oh, not. Lost out there the last mini sector in sector 1. Personal best, but not fastest. Continues on with fast mini sectors as little purple mini sectors. Let's see what he can do through. Keeps it on the track through the high speed. Now he's coming up to the S's. Lost a little bit of time entering into the S's. See what happens to Sasuke as he comes out onto the straightaway, losing time. Still improving. So he lost out a little bit in the middle there due to, I'm not sure on the S's, but here he comes through the final corners. Cross the line, Sasuke retakes pole position, 125.976. MLB looking to set a time as he's coming around the final corner. Up to P5 with a 126.551 for MLB. Show me your D. Boogie improving right now, currently in P11. Coming around the final corners. See if the camera can get to him in time. And he does not. He goes across up to P9 with the 127.085. So 7 minutes left in the qualifying session. So far, your fastest lap is Sasuke with a 125.976. Vanilla with the fastest first sector. Sasuke fastest middle, and Pro Ultra fastest in the third sector. So we're keeping an eye on this here. Oh, okay, let's head up to Lone Fiber. Come on, 2 more. There we go. Yellow flag in the third sector for the Aston Martin coming around, but Lone Fiber, personal best in the first sector. Through the high speed. Coming up to Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, very sideways there. Lone Fiber losing out on the car. Surprisingly, that does not invalidate. We've seen a couple cars go off there at the end of the S's. And does not cause an invalidation, but you lose so much time that he comes into the pits. Squirreling the car around to come to the pits. But we've got the Ferrari of Pro Ultra out on track. Currently the only car on track. Just over 5 minutes left to go. He's on an out lap, so invalidating out this far onto the track is not going to be an issue for him. Let's actually, instead of watching his time, let's watch his telemetry for his lap. 5 minutes left to go in qualifying for the British Grand Prix. So as he comes around the final course, let's get the telemetry turned on, start recording. Through the final corner, gets the power put down. Cross the line, starts his timed lap. Keeps it pinned through turn 1. Watching the battery dive down. Quick jab on the brakes, off the accelerator, getting back onto the power. Half throttle heading into the straightaway. Full power there. Deploying the energy down the straightaway. DRS wide open. Heavy on the brakes, off the accelerator, back onto the accelerator again. Lightly through turn 7. See if he lifts through the high speed of turn 9. Does not. You can see it there. It is pinned. Battery deploying. Keeps it pinned through the... Oh, wow. Oh, there he goes. Okay. I was going to say, he's got to lift at some point. Lifts little break. Not a whole lot, but very impressive. Pinned through most of that. Coming down turn 15. Light on the brakes. Back onto the power. Coming down the hill. Using all that battery up until the final... Oh, and goes into the pits. Doesn't even finish the lap. So let's check, see who's out on track right now. Jay Sims, the only car out on track. Currently improving on his time. Personal best in the first sector, 27.388. Coming down to the final minutes of qualifying, you should see a mad dash for cars coming out onto the track with just under 2.5 minutes left to go. Onto the long straightaway, J Sims. Personal best again in the second sector, coming around turn 15. Down the hill to Vale. Putting the power down, get across the line. Let's see where this can move. J Sims improves his time, but not position. J Sims P10, 127.3. So, out on track. Who is that? Zalexi? No, Zalexi's further back. Rasha. So Rasha coming around to do his final lap of qualifying. See if he improves in this first sector. Personal best so far. 3 green, 4 green mini sectors onto the straightaway. Barely deploying any energy. His battery's sitting at 70%, not deploying. Personal best in that first sector. MLB The Show showing mini purple sector in sector 1. So Rasha improving again all throughout the lap. 30 seconds left in qualifying. Those at the back there need to speed up and get to the line before they run out of time. Rasha, purple middle sector, 35.237 in the middle. This should improve his position. Vanilla putting in fastest first sector, 27.0. Rasha putting the power down through the final corner. P3, the 126.095. Actually, let's head up to... So Vanilla will cross the line before Zaluxy. Sasuke also putting in purple mini sectors, not fastest in the first. Vanilla has him by just a hair. Vanilla absolutely flying this lap. Through the final corner. Blazing 125.469. Zaluxy coming across the line momentarily. She's coming around the final corner. We won't be able to scroll to her fast enough, but let's see what she can do as cross the line. Zaluxy P2. Sasuke with all the work to do. Personal best in the first 2 sectors. Only P2, 125.682. Puts him behind Vanilla. And Rasha's the last car to come around, and I don't think... No, he's not improving on his time. So that is it. Your pole position, Vanilla, with a 125.469. Great effort there from the Racing Bull driver. So both Racing Bulls setting pole positions. Zaluxy is setting it in the sprint, and Vanilla is setting it for us in the Grand Prix sprint. Now, should be interesting to see because I did hear we were going to have a wet race. So again, Vanilla Spilla, your pole setter. So let's get our screenshots real quick. I think that's it. Let's scroll down. Yep, those guys did what they were supposed to, so we're good there. All right. So that is going to do it for qualifying. Let's go 8. Oh. 6. Okay. Okay, so that gives everyone 5 minutes. Well, less now, 4 minutes. But as you can see, it's raining. So let everyone figure out what their strategy is going to be tonight. Now, because it is a wet race, the dry tire rule of 2 dry tire compounds is going to go out the window. So it's going to be more or less a free-for-all. Some drivers can make these intermediates, if they go with the intermediates, last a long while, or they'll go with wet tires. We shall see. Not entirely sure what the plan is, as I am not entirely sure anyone really planned for a wet race. Looking at the Discord and discussions within the team channels, not a lot of individuals had discussed a wet race and what they would have to do. They mainly focused on dry tire setups and what their strategies would be for that. No one really discussing wet. So we will have to keep an eye on what everyone plans to do once we get rolling here. But we're giving everyone the opportunity to get their strategies set up, get their arms stretched out a little bit from that qualifying session, get themselves relaxed, get a drink of water, use the restroom if they need to. But we'll be heading onto track in 3 minutes' time. Do you see a couple drivers are complaining about the weather? Which is okay. So I know we already went through the calendar between the sessions before, so we'll go with the lineup again so you guys can see who our drivers are. As you can tell, a lot of drivers missed out tonight. But we look forward to adding some new drivers to the next round. But for tonight, we have our lineup and our drivers. 2 minutes left to go until we ready up. As you can see, it's going to be a wet race. Hopefully everyone is having a great night tonight with us for Season 7's first round, being a sprint race, which is going to make it a long night tonight. Well, we think everyone should enjoy tonight's session. I might need to actually change when the stewards open because it might be a little late. Yeah, it's the bot can go live at 9 o'clock. That's fine. Let me get my message ready in the Discord for everyone. Okay, there we are. 8:06. Discord message has been sent to everyone to get ready to go. So let's head to the track as everyone else is doing so. And get ready for the Grand Prix here at Silverstone. There's the beeps letting us head to the track, so we'll go through our running order once we're on track. Don't toast to me again. There it goes. All right, so first car on track. Vanilla Spilla, your pole setter, leading the pack away with Sasuke P2, Zaluxy P3, Lone Fiber in the other McLaren P4, Pro Ultra the lone Ferrari tonight, Rasha the reserve for Red Bull, MLB the Show Me Your D, the Aston Martin in P7, Boogie P8 in the Haas, reserve Anime Boy in the Williams, with Jay Sims, Red Bull driver in P10, Pixelin the Mercedes P11, It's Not Luke in the Williams P12, newcomer SC Fire, your winner from the sprint, starting in the back P13. As you can see, the game is basically saying it's going intermediates the whole race. AI Karuma P14, I That Man P15. So after tonight, those Sauber drivers will be able to qualify in every session going forward as normal. So as we're coming around, let's get the leaderboard up and running. As you see, everyone electing to do intermediates. Vanilla getting a little wide there on the exit of 15. As we head down to the starting grid with the camera onto P2 Sasuke, last season's champion, looking to be more successful with that chromed out papaya car. Rest of the grid is forming up behind. Quick look at the weather while we're getting ready to go. It's saying light rain to an overcast at the end, but it's going to be light rain for most of the race. So this could be carnage from the get-go. We shall see. Looks like the final cars are coming onto the back of the grid. Here we are at the start of the British Grand Prix. 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are racing Prowler Racing League, season number 7, starting us off on the Grand Prix race here. Sasuke going up on the inside of Vanilla. Lone Fiber as well going up on Zaluxy. Zaluxy taking avoiding action. Sasuke going on the inside of Vanilla through turn number 2. Or turn number 3. Zaluxy picks up the 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Pro Ultra getting right behind behind Vanilla as we head down to the straightaway. Vanilla tucks in behind Sasuke as we head down to turn number 6. The McLarens have great grip as we come through. So right now, as it stands, Zaluxy dropping all the way down to P11 from that opening incident, picking up that 3-second time penalty. She may try to get that reviewed post-race. Sasuke going a little bit wide there through the high speed of turn number 9. These slippery conditions making it very difficult for everyone out on track. Thankfully, no damage reported from any team as we head through. Pixelin with the worst tire wear so far, 16% on the rears. He's got to try to make those intermediates last a lot longer than that. As we come down to the final corners, we're going to finish out this opening lap with Sasuke from P2 taking the lead, setting our fastest lap so far. The field is getting spread out just a little bit just to make room for everybody, because these conditions, you got to have longer braking distances. You got to have a lot more space to finish the race, because the biggest thing you got to remember is if you want to finish first you have to finish. Gap spreading out a little bit there. Pro Ultra going to the inside, try to break a little bit of Rasha following behind. Gaps are pretty much filling out. SC Fire moving all the way up to P7 right now. Zaluxi making a recovery up to P8. So SC Fire hunting down Pixelin right in front of him. So we'll keep a close eye on SC Fire and Zaluxi as they make their way back up the field. Whereas the front runners are basically just going to try to keep themselves line astern without making any mistakes. Pixeling going wide there. SC closing the gap down. 4/10 now. Sasuke sets another fast lap, 1:38. We're on lap 3 of 26 here at Silverstone. Pixeling getting very out of shape, coming through 1 and 2. SC closing down even further now. Pixeling going for a move on Rasha. Can't get it done there. Rasha closing the door. Pixeling getting very sideways. While these two are fighting out, you can see SC Fire right there looking to take advantage. Anime Boy getting disqualified for going the wrong way. Pixelin trying to stick his nose in there on Rasha, can't get it done. SC thinking better of it, backing out a little bit, making sure that Pixelin doesn't collect Rasha. We head through the high-speed corners here. 36% on the rears. Corner cutting there, getting the warning, getting very sideways. SC Fire thinking about making a move on the inside, now on the outside. Gets it done. Virtual safety car is deployed for Karuma out of the race, back in the S's. So it looks like SC Fire coming into the pits early on, get off of this first batch of intermediates. Definitely not dry enough yet for softs, so I'm sure he's probably going to go for another set of intermediates. Let's actually take a look at what the wear is for everyone. Like I said, Pixelin, you can see there, 40% on the rears. Did you just go medium? SC Fire going with the mediums. SC Fire, your winner from the sprint, going on to the mediums. So he's thinking that this track is dry enough to go with slicks. I have to say that's pretty ballsy, so that's exciting. We'll keep an eye on what SC Fire can do throughout the rest of the session. Virtual safety car is over with. We're back up to racing speed, so let's go take a look at Zaluxi hunting down Pixelin. Mind you, Pixelin, 42% on his rears, 20 on the front. Zaluxi with very much fresher intermediates underneath her. She's right there, absolutely on that gearbox, not letting him get away. Sasuke, your leader, is still out in front. Vanilla, less than a second behind. Zaluxi going for the outside move. Pixeling getting squirrely. Getting a little bit sideways there, but Zaluxi gets it done, gets past Pixelin, as we head down to 16 and 17. So now Zalexi's just going to put the power down and try to build that gap and catch up to Rasha. You can see Pixlin struggling on those intermediate tires, 48% on his rears now. Pixlin picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that is going to, he's going to have to keep that in mind as this race progresses. So it's Lucas coming into the pits to change his tires out too. He has front wing damage as well. Doubt we can get to him in time to watch that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, perfect. So he is switching to mediums as well. So our drivers are thinking it is dry enough to continue on. SC Fire still very slow on his tires right now. And I take that back as he sets the fastest first sector, a 30.315. So it looks like the rain may have stopped. Yep, it's saying light rain to overcast now. So we may have a race that's going to transition from wet to dry pretty quickly here. So the weather alert is saying overcast in 5 minutes. So these gaps are going to start dropping very quickly. Sasuke into the pits. Sasuke and Lone Fiber. Oh no, so the McLarens are going to have to double stack here. Lone Fiber losing out time due to the pit stop. Pretty much the whole field except for Pro Ultra and Vanilla coming into the pits. So a lot of teams are going to have to either double stack or continue on. So let's see. Unfortunately, because of the telemetry issue we have, we don't know what the wear is for Vanilla. But we have to figure it's probably pretty close to what Pro Ultra's is. So Pro Ultra behind him, about 5 seconds back. Luke picking up a 3-second time penalty. Pro Ultra 4.9 back, sitting at 25 and 38% wear. So we'll keep an eye on and see what race control. Luke picking up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he retired from the race. So Luke is done. So the Williams not scoring any points tonight. Vanilla coming down track. There is Pro Ultra. Let's see what Vanilla plans to do. More than likely going to be pitting. He dives in, so we'll keep a close eye back there on Pro Ultra as well. So it is saying right now for Vanilla, his rejoin position will still be first. So he may have built a big enough gap to retain first position. We're going to keep a close eye on the map. You can see Sasuke coming around down the straightaway into the final 2 corners right now. Plenty of time. So Pro Ultra stays out on the intermediates, trying to build a bigger gap. This is a very long pit lane, so Vanilla is going to lose out to Sasuke here. Oh, almost collects the wall on the way out. SC Fire right there. SC Fire P4. P3 now as Vanilla exits the pits. Vanilla going with the hard tires, so he will be at a slight disadvantage to the cars around him. As we go. So both racing bulls. Zalexi also electing to do hard tires, Pixelin hard tires, Boogie hard tires. Sasuke, SC Fire, Lone Fiber, and Rasha and I That Man all going to the medium tires. So because of that, let's take a look at what the tire life is expected for these tires now that the track is transitioning to a dry track. Medium runners, you're looking about 8 to 10 laps. Hard is going to be 10 to 12. So not that big of a difference. But the tire delta is much bigger. So, no way. 2 tenths? No, half second. 5 tenths. Sorry. So from medium to hard is 0.5, roughly. So Pro Ultra continuing on the intermediates. His gap back to Sasuke is currently sitting at 13.4 seconds. We'll watch that gap as Sasuke puts down the fastest lap. So let's watch what the gap ahead is between Sasuke and Pro Ultra. The gap is closing. You can see it turn green there. That means the gap is closing down. 12-2 now. It was 13-3 before. So Sasuke absolutely flying right now, closing that gap, gets a purple first sector. Almost a full second faster in the first sector, Pro Ultra to Sasuke. So Pro Ultra is going to have to pit. Let's see where the game predicts where he is going to come out of. So your leader here, Pro Ultra, on the intermediate tires, says he's going, according to this, if he pits now, he will be coming out in P8. And he doesn't. He continues on. So Sasuke is going to be working to close that gap even closer. It is now 10 seconds. So let's see what the race story is so far. Sasuke putting down Pro Ultra, trying to do one stop on Hearts. Okay, that's a good thought. He's going to lose a lot of positions, but like you said, a one stop. We're on lap 9 of 26. If he can make a one stop work, that'll be super impressive. So it looks like we had Pixelin retire in the pits. He is out of the race, so we're down now to 11 running cars. So it's going to be Oprah points for everyone. So Pro Ultra starting at P5, currently running in first, going long to try to make a one stop happen. So let's head down through the running order as everyone's kind of spread out right now. So Sasuke started P2, currently in P2, keeping it very clean through this race. Vanilla started in pole position, currently down in third. One warning for a corner cut. So relatively clean. SC Fire forced to start in the back, P13, now in P14 or P4, keeping it super clean, doing a fantastic job. Right behind him, Lone Fiber, currently in P5, started in fourth. Two warnings. Sasuke, another fastest lap, 132. Oh, Vanilla, 131.919. So Vanilla on the hard tires faster than Sasuke on the medium. So Lone Fiber started fourth, currently in fifth. Two warnings for two corner cuts. Then you got Zeluxy, started P3, currently in sixth. Does have a 3-second time penalty for avoiding action early on, so chances are she may try to get that reviewed by our stewards after the race to get that removed. Then we've got I That Man hunting down Zeluxy, currently in 7th, started 15th. 3 warnings so far for 2 corner cuts, but absolutely blazing as he sets fastest first sector, a 28.262. Then next up we got Rasha, started in P6, currently in 8th. Boogie started in 8th, in 9th with 1 warning so far to his name. MLB The Show, Me Your D, started in 7th, currently in 10th with 2 warnings. Jay Sims, keeping it clean, started in 10th, back to 11th. Let's see what the shuffle is. Pro Ultra finally dips into the pits with Sasuke right on his gearbox as he came flying in. So let's keep an eye on, see what Pro Ultra goes for. F4. saying it was probably going to be a hard tire swap, and it is. You can see the white wall tires there as they put it on, and out he goes. That man puts on a fastest 1:30.843 on the mediums for the Sauber team. So let's head up to Lone Fiber on that gearbox of SC Fire as we come down the straightaway. Lone Fiber getting that DRS. Gets through on the inside up to P3 for the McLaren as SC Fire drops back just a little bit. SC Fire, because he was the first one to do the pit stop to the dry tire, his rear's currently sitting at 47%. Let's take a look at that real quick. You can see where we're sitting with the wear. 35 in the front, 47 in the rear. Oh, Lone Fiber getting very out of sorts, allowing SC Fire to get back on through. So far, the only running car with damage is actually Sasuke, your leader, out in front by 2 seconds to Vanilla. Sasuke with 20% on his front right. So his end plate probably has a little bit of damage. Close battle there between Lone Fiber and SC Fire. SC Fire taking advantage of Lone Fiber getting very squirrely in the high-speed section. Vanilla throwing down another fastest lap on the hards, 1:36.40. Going to be picking up that extra point if no one else can get the fastest lap away from him. So right now, the only car with time penalties that's still running is Zaluxy. So here's your leader, Sasuke. Sitting out in front, 1.7 back to Vanilla. Keeping it between the white lines as we head down through the S's. Oh, having a lift there. Let's go with our fastest lap driver, Vanilla. Let's go on board with him. Pushing ever so hard, 1.4 back or 1.4 to Sasuke, so he's still closing the gap. Sets another fastest lap, 1:32.70. That man coming to the pits, getting off his mediums. We'll see what he selects. Selects 2 as he comes back out. Pro Ultra with the fastest lap, 1:29.553, also on the hard tires. Gap now down to 1.2. Zaluxy absolutely flying on SC. Let's head back down to her. She's close enough now to make a move. Ooh, Lone Fiber right there as well. So Lone Fiber getting past SC. Zaluxy going wide there, doing her best to hunt down SC Fire. SC not letting Lone Fiber get away. Vanilla right on the gearbox of Sasuke now. Oh, Zaluxy getting a little sideways through turn 18. As we come down to turn number 3 for Vanilla and Sasuke. Vanilla more than likely going to try to make a move here using DRS. Sasuke sitting at 30% ERS. We don't know what Vanilla has, but let's see what he goes with ERS. Oh, he dropped back just a little bit. Lost about 3/10 through turn 3 and 4. Can't make it happen there. Zalexi getting past SC Fire. Zalexi up to P4 now. Great recovery drive so far. Props to SC Fire making those tires last as long as he is. Currently averaging 66% on the rears of his mediums that he switched to 10 laps ago. Vanilla goes around the outside of Sasuke. Up to P1. So Vanilla on the hard tires. Unfortunately, we can't see Vanilla's wear. I can show you here. So as it shows, player Vanilla 0-0. Now, because there's a telemetry glitch where we're not receiving his data, we can't tell what his tire wear is. But Sasuke is sitting at 52 and 50%. So now Vanilla's going to pull away a little bit here. So SC comes in for a pit. That man gets fastest lap, 128.996. So Pro Ultra with the one-stop strategy, currently in P5, 15% on his rears on those hard tires. But right now, both McLarens are hurting quite a bit. Sasuke has worse front wear than Lone Fiber, so hopefully when they make their pit stops, they will not double stack again. Zalexi getting past Lone Fiber. Lone Fiber not letting her get away with it. Going around the outside. Through 15, Lone Fiber gets... Oh, look, may have been contact there. As Lone Fiber getting really slow. Sasuke gets the lead again. And Vanilla takes it back. Zalexi right there. So Sasuke into the pits. So they are not double stacking this time. So Sasuke is going to be coming out on the hards. Exiting just ahead of SC Fire. Well, not just ahead, a little bit further ahead. Zalexi around the outside, now on the inside. Getting through turn 7. Now let's see if she can build a gap. Lone Fiber not letting her go, still within 3/10. Through the high speed of 9. Both keeping on track. Lone Fiber's tires really bad right now. 62% in the rear, 54 in the front. So Vanilla's sitting at about 40%. So Zalexi actually has worse tires than he does. Oh, that makes sense because Vanilla only has 9 laps on his hards, whereas Zalexi now has 11 is when she crosses the line. So across the line, you have Racing Bulls 1 and 2. Vanilla out in front by 9.3 seconds to Zalexi. But the big brain move, Pro Ultra, in P3 right now with the one stop going very, very long. Zalexi might have to pit again. So word has it Vanilla will be more than likely in puncture tech territory if he doesn't pit again. We're on lap 17 of 26. field is getting very spread out right now. So let's actually go through. Let's go through a running order. Just give some information of our drivers. So again, your pole setter. Oh, Zalexi picks up another 3 seconds. So she's up to 6 seconds now. So Vanilla, your pole setter, currently in first. After 17 laps, 18 momentarily. Out in front by about 10 seconds back to teammate Zalexi. Zalexi diving into the pits to get off those tires. 9 laps left to go. Zalexi into the pits. It's actually, curious to see what Zalexi goes with for tire selection. So she's going to lose out the Pro Ultra as he passes now. Sasuke will be passing momentarily, and so will MLB. Hard tire selection. So Zalexi's going to finish the race on the hard tires. Might not have had another set of mediums available. Softs definitely would not make it to the end of the race. Actually, would they? No. So the softs wouldn't make it, so she probably more than likely had to go with the hards. Unfortunately, that drops her down to P8. But in that move, that promoted Pro Ultra up to P2, currently sitting 17 seconds back from from Vanilla out in front. 5 seconds back is going to be Sasuke. So your top three pretty spread out. So Vanilla has time. He can make those tires last. He can lift and coast and preserve those tires until the end of the race, but will more than likely be in puncture territory. We unfortunately don't know at this point, so we'll have to check with him later on. Pro Ultra going with the one-stop strategy. SC Fire getting past MLB on the straightaway using DRS and pulling away, building a slight bit of a gap there. MLB falling back a little bit, does have more wear on his rear tires, comes into the pits. Let's see what MLB decides to go with for tire selection in these final laps. Switching to the mediums, so he did have a set of mediums available to him. And this will drop him all the way out. So Boogie, fastest lap, 128.725. Saw that little purple marker there on his lap. That is a great effort for the Haas team driver there. Up to P9, Boogie is. Vanilla so far ahead. Can't even see any cars in the background. 15.8 seconds back to Pro Ultra. So, that man picks up a 3-second time penalty. Vanilla comes into the pits. The game was predicting he would come out in P3. We're on lap 20 of 26. Let's watch to see what happens here. Keep an eye on your mini-map. You can see Pro Ultra coming around the final corner now. So, Vanilla did have a set of mediums available to him. Pro Ultra passes him on the outside on the main track. Here comes Sasuke. SC Fire coming right up on him now. See if he can get out ahead of him. SC Fire on the map gets ahead just ahead of him, as you can see there as they come through turn number 3. So Vanilla, 6 laps left to go. It's going to be pushing hard against other cars that are on the hards that are pretty worn. So in the big brain move of the night, Pro Ultra, currently your leader by 3 seconds to Sasuke, going with the one stop from intermediates to hards. Vanilla hunting down SC Fire. The closest gap on track right now. Vanilla with the tire advantage, with more grip, and DRS flies around the outside of SC, getting back onto the podium into P3. As the gap now is 2.5 seconds from Pro Ultra back to Sasuke. Vanilla pushing even harder. Gap to Sasuke sitting at 4.4 seconds. But SC is not letting him out of his sights. Only a half a second back. So now Vanilla has all to do to try to make sure that he either uses his battery to defend or attack. You can see Sasuke and Pro Ultra just up ahead. Gap now down 3.8 seconds. Gap from Sasuke to Pro Ultra just around 2 seconds. It's hovering. It was down to 1.9 at one point. It's 2.2 now. Lone Fiber closing in on I That Man. Getting dangerously close to the outside there. I That Man does have a 3-second time penalty. So Lone Fiber doesn't need to make this move happen, but he wants to do it on track. Gap up front, 1.8 from Pro to Sasuke. 3 seconds now between Vanilla and Sasuke. Lone Fiber makes his move around SC Fire, or I That Man. SC Fire, the next target on his list. 5 laps left to go. Gap from Pro Ultra to Sasuke, 1.3 seconds now. Vanilla fastest lap, 1:28.405 for the extra point. SC Fire falling back from Vanilla. Vanilla now 2.7 to Sasuke in P2. Gap from Pro Ultra to Sasuke, 1 second. There's your leader, Pro Ultra, out in front on very worn hard tires, sitting at 46 and 41%. Sasuke coming up behind on the hard tires as well with wing damage, 28 and 24%. Sasuke now within DRS. Now he's out. Got to close that gap to within 1 second to activate DRS in the straightaways. Here's the detection zone right here. Sasuke is close enough. Ooh, that was close. We will see as they come around to the straightaway. Let's go here with Sasuke. Let's watch that rear wing if it pops open. It does not. So he was not at the detection zone, not within 1 second. But he is now 0.6 back from Pro Ultra. Vanilla 1.8 now behind Sasuke. Four laps left to go. Half a second between your P1 and P2. Sasuke closing the gap now. Detection zone right here at turn 3. He will have DRS as we head on to turn 4 and onto the straightaway. Gap now so close. You can see Sasuke right on the gearbox of Pro Ultra. Further back, you could just see Vanilla off the screen, 1.5 back. Sasuke doesn't make the move there, but keeps it close. Within half a second now, Vanilla getting closer as well, 1.2 back. Your top 3 all within this camera shot here as we head into the high-speed turn 9. Sasuke getting right on the rear of Pro Ultra. Sasuke going for the move for the lead. Into the S's. Sasuke, your new leader. Vanilla closing in behind as well. Your top 3 right here. Sasuke, Pro Ultra, and Vanilla. Coming through turn 15. Vanilla right on the gearbox of Pro. Pro not letting Sasuke get away. Pro Ultra was very worn. 52% on his front tires. Sasuke sitting at 35. Vanilla on brand new medium tires, only 4 laps old. So right now, Sasuke building a gap, 4.5 seconds to Pro Ultra. Pro Ultra more or less is holding up Vanilla. So close there, almost making contact. Sasuke pulling away. Vanilla within DRS zone. So is Pro Ultra on Sasuke. Not common to make a move in turn 6. Vanilla getting right up to the backside of Pro Ultra. And while these three are going at it, you got SC Fire 2.1 back. Into the high-speed 9. Let's see if Vanilla makes the same move as Sasuke. Thinks about it. Oh, just backs out of it. That may have been Vanilla's chance right there. Falling back just a little bit. Currently sitting in that dirty air while this fight's been going on. SC Fire bringing the gap down 1.2 seconds. Sasuke building the gap. Vanilla going wide through the 15. SC getting closer now. We're going to have a fight on our hands for third place. 2 laps left to go. Sasuke building a gap, 1.2. We're looking at the fight here for P2 between Pro Ultra and Vanilla Spilla. Vanilla going around the outside of 3, which is going to put him in the inside of 4. Onto the straightaway. Vanilla up to P2. Continuing on. Pro Ultra's tires absolutely cooked, going for the one-stop intermediate to hard strategy. It was looking so promising, but starting to fall apart here at the end of the race. See him getting a little squirrely there. SC is smelling blood. He wants to go for it. He can go for that podium. Sasuke just pulling away right now. 1.3 to Vanilla. Vanilla building the gap. Around 7/10 back to Pro Ultra. Pro Ultra pushing on as hard as he can because SC is also 6/10 back. So we're watching the fight now. There's your leader. There's P2, P3, and P4. SC looking for that podium against Pro Ultra. Heavy lockup there for Sasuke into turn 16. As we come through 17 and 18 on the final corners. Pro Ultra getting very out of sorts. SC right there on the gearbox. Final lap left to go. SC makes the move. Can't get it done. Pro Ultra defending the inside. But unfortunately, that puts SC on the inside for turn 4. Up to P3, SC Fire from all the way in the back for a podium run, but Pro Ultra's not letting him get away. Pro Ultra on the inside using DRS gets back up to P3. Pro Ultra on the very worn hard tires. 60 front, 57 rear to 48-45 for SC Fire as we head through turn 9. Let's see if SC Fire goes for the same move that's worked for Sasuke. Too far back right now as we head through the S's. Sasuke out in front. Vanilla close enough though. Less than a second, but not close enough to make a move as we head through the final corner. Or final few corners. SC Fire thinking about the outside of Pro Ultra. Keep a close eye on this, but we got to give credit where credit's due. Let's go to Sasuke as he comes around the final corner. SC Fire picks up a 3-second time penalty. Sasuke, your winner. Vanilla P2. SC across the line. Pro Ultra P3 after penalty assessed for SC. Lone Fiber picks up P4. SC P5. Man P6. Deluxy P7. Rasha across the line P8. Boogie coming around the final corners, keeping a very clean race for Mr. Consistency. Cross line, P9. MLB also coming around the final corners. For P10. Then you got Jay Sims keeping it very clean throughout the entire race. Coming across the line. P11. Your winner, Sasuke, out in front. P1. Sasuke, your race winner. Do a little shimmy shake on the stage there. The crowd goes wild. Ultra says he finished with 78% wear. Believe it. All right, so let's get a screenshots of the results here, hopefully. Don't tell me to wait. Oh boy. Come on, game. Oh. I didn't get to see who driver of the day was, so that would be interesting. Don't tell me it's going to go straight to... It did. It went straight to the lobby. Awesome. Okay, so we'll go here. Okay, so that was round 1 at Great Britain. Next round, next Sunday at Miami. And we do have a special announcement. We are doing the F2 season. Very select tracks. I think it's only like 6 rounds. But the first round for that will be Saturday, November 8th in Miami for F2. We're going to have Jay Sims commentate that one. And I'm actually, personally, I'm going to try to race that. So, again, this was Prowler Racing League, season number 7, round 1 at Great Britain. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. And we will see you guys next time in Miami. Have a great night.